my learning rock stars. Welcome to another session of grade 8 reasoning, and this is chapter number 8, that is analytical reasoning. Now again a question, why do we study analytical reasoning? It enhances your spatial understanding, it improves your logical reasoning and cognitive understanding of the problems, and it expands your thinking towards the logic. So every time when you solve the questions, you are becoming a smarter and more bright child. Let's see how Unnati and Hina are playing with the image they have. So Unnati is asking Hina that if she can help to count the number of squares here in the figure. So can you help Hina? Hina said we have 8 yellow squares. Is she right saying it? Not at all. She could frame out that we have 8 more squares which are blue in color. So by a glance look, we came out with 8, but by deeply looking at the image, we found 8 more. And that is what improves your understanding about these topics. Now, let's look at this image and to understand better about how the geometrical figures are found. We are going to see that in this complex figure, if you want to find the number of triangles, we'll keep marking them. 1, 2, 3, 4th triangle. This is 5th one. We came with another 6th, 7th and 8th, and we concluded that in this complex figure we have 8 triangles. Now taking a step ahead, if I have a triangle and if I make one of the vertical line on this triangle, we will have to tell how many triangles are there. You said 2. No, I will write 1 and 2 here, and we got the sum of 1 and 2. We get 3, and there are 3 triangles. So interesting, isn't it? See, this is one of the smaller triangle, another smaller triangle, and we have this one as the bigger triangle. Let's try drawing 2 lines now, 1 and 2. Now we mark 1, 2 and 3. Now how to get the number of triangles here? We write down 1 plus 2 plus 3 and we got 6. So interesting. Can we now find that how many triangles are there now? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. You are going to add them. We get 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9 and plus 1. Wow, that's really interesting. Now if I draw horizontal lines, so this horizontal line tells that we have 2 triangles. This is the first one and this is the second one. If I draw 2 horizontal lines, we get 3 triangles. And what if I divide it like this? So we get, here we have 3 triangles, another 3 triangles and another 3 triangles. So this becomes, and now let's see very interesting thing. If I have one vertical line and one horizontal line, so we say 1 and 2, that makes 3. And this is 2 parts division of one line. So 3 times 2, it gives you 6. We got 6 triangles here. And if I draw one more line over here, so I will write down 3 times 3. That makes 9 triangles. Now moving further, we talk about the number of triangles in a square. Now again I am going to give you a beautiful trick here. So if you want to count the number of triangles in this square, we'll first write down the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4. And don't say we have 4 triangles here, but we will multiply 4 with 2 and in all there are 8 triangles. Let's check how. One triangle is here, another triangle is here the third one is here, and the fourth one comes here. So 4 times 2 makes 8 triangles. Now trying with another square, we have 6 partitions here. So we could see 6 triangles here, right? And the answer will be 6 times 2. That comes out as 12. Got it? So further, if I come to a triangle like this, and you need to find that how many triangles are here in this figure. So we will just count that how many partitions are there. 2 partitions. So we write down 2 cube. That comes out as 8. So interesting. Let's look how many partitions do we have here. We have 3 partitions. So I write down 3 cube, and there are 27 triangles in this figure. So these quick tricks will definitely help you to solve the puzzle figures that we are bringing ahead. Now let's read this example. Here you need to find the minimum number of straight lines in the given figure. What you'll do? You'll first put A, B, C, D, E over here. And further, we are going to mark the points F, G, H, I, J and K. Now, starting with the horizontal line, we'll first see 1, 2 and 3. We have 3 horizontal lines here, right? Let's count the vertical lines. We have 1 vertical line here. And after this, we will look for the slanting lines that exist in the figure. After counting all of them, we count there are 10 slanting lines. Let's add them up. 3 plus 1 plus 10. We say 14 is the right option. And here we got the answer. Let's read the next example. You need to find the number of triangles in this given figure. So starting right away from the simplest triangles that you could find, and we say that these are the simplest triangles, right? 3, 4, then we have this 5th triangle, 6th triangle, 7th triangle and 8th triangle. So in all we got 8 simplest triangles. Now looking for the triangles which have 2 components each, and we count those triangles. So these triangles have 2 components where we have 2 partitions, right? And once you count these triangles, we'll get 10 more triangles like this. And after this, we have more triangles with 4 components. So 5 such triangles were there which have 4 components. Now when you say triangles with 6 components, we have 2 triangles, that is DCA and DBA. So these 2 triangles are touching the lines at 6 points. And after this, we are looking for the triangle which have 8 components. 8 components means it is touching the lines at 8 points. And this triangle is triangle DEF. And further we have triangle ABC which have 12 components. It is touching different lines at 12 different points. So one more triangle, that is ABC, has all 12 components. Now adding 8, 10, 5, 2, 1 and 1, we get 27. So here we come out with the conclusion that this figure has 27 triangles. Further, we have brought more questions for you in which we have the culmination of different figures, and you have to analyze that how many triangles exist here. So observe the figure carefully. I have taught you certain rules to understand how the number of triangles are calculated. You have to implement them. So look here, this is the first triangle, this is the second triangle, this one is the third triangle, right? And looking to another diagonal half part, we have one line of division of this triangle. So we say 2 more triangles are there. We got the right answer, that is 5. Further, the same rule to be implemented with this figure. Now, in question number 3, we need to find the number of rectangles in the given figure. So, first try to find the small rectangles, then go for little bigger one, and then find the most bigger rectangle that you could find. So, looking at this one, it is divided by one line. So, we say 1 plus 2, that gives you 3 rectangles here. Similarly, 1 plus 2, that is 3 rectangles come from this side. And can you find this is another rectangle and this one is another rectangle, and what is the combination of these two rectangles? Again, this bigger one. So we say 3 more rectangles, 3 plus 3 plus 3 gives you 9. Understood? Now same pattern could be applied here to find the number of quadrilaterals. Here we need to find the number of squares. The next question asks you the number of quadrilaterals. Do you know the difference between the square and the quadrilateral? Square means all the 4 sides must be equal, but quadrilateral means it could be a rectangle, it could be a square, it could be a diamond, any figure with 4 sides. And sometimes it could be a trapezium as well. Don't forget, trapezium is also a 4-sided figure. Understood? Now we need to find the triangles here and more questions ahead. Just read the question properly. Put all your concentration on the figure. Certain hidden figures you could imagine and you could find only by focusing on the given image. So looking deeply, visualizing it properly will definitely help you to find the hidden figures inside the given figure, and that's called improving your spatial understanding and enhancing your visual skills. That's what we are going to do in this chapter. So once you start understanding that how to break a figure and how to extract the image from the given figure, that will definitely help you to crack the questions and follow the rules that have been taught at the beginning of the chapter. That will be a great treasure for you to crack all these questions with the correct answers. Definitely, it can be time consuming at the initial stage, but with constant practice, analysis, research have shown that once the child start focusing on solving these questions, it's going to baffle and perplex your brain to think out of the box. You're going to create wonders and gradually your brain will auto-reflex and create new ideas which will take you beyond the walls of imagination. Now I have brought one brain twister for you. Here we have a view of a beautiful place and you need to find that how many squares are there in the glass structures, which you will count accurately after doing all those puzzles.